there, YouTube. Today I'm going to be starting a sorry about that. I'm going to be starting a dubstep song from scratch for you guys. I'm just going to go from beginning to end, however many videos it's going to take. I'm finally going to start it. They're going to be in 10 or 12 minute chunks, and they'll be every few days, maybe once. Hopefully I'll do 2 a week, and they might be like 4 or 5 or 6, I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. This is the first one, and I need to make sure to end at 3:38. Alright, so let's see, new project. Empty project. It's been a while since I made a video, so I hope you guys like this one. Alright, so we'll start out with some audio because I'm going to bring in drums. I'll make the track stereo. Okay. Tempo 140. And let's look at some drums. So I have lots of lots of samples in my little audio sample section. I make sure to keep all of them in the same place, in the same folder. I have stuff by Vengeance, Dirty Electro, Volume 1. It's awesome. I have my own recorded samples of for like claps and stuff. So I have just like some medley random crap that I've recorded at my school studio, stuff from freesound.org and things like that. So where I get my drums usually, or my kick drum at least, is from my Vengeance kits. It's all good stuff, so I'm going to look for a nice sounding kick. I like that one. Alright, so I'll drag in a kick. I'll drag in some snare from something I got from Freesound, probably. And then I'll bring a couple layers in as well. So I have that. I like that clap. This will be kind of cool probably, so I'll throw that in there too. And maybe this is another layer. Okay. So there's my percussion, and I'm probably going to be using some drum samples that I got from Native Instruments for my like hi-hats and things like that, but I can get to that later. So let me open up a new track, a software instrument. I'm not going to be using all Native or Logic plugins for this because I have a lot of other stuff that I can be using. So I'm going to use, for my cymbals, I'm going to be using Abbey Road Modern Drummer. There we go. And let's make this a beat. Set a loop on. There we go. Okay. Okay, cool. So I got this audio sample. I got these layers. Alright, that sounds cool so far. Alright, let's get some cymbals in here, and I will come back when I finish this beat. Alright, so this is the drum beat that I have set up, and something very important to do right off the bat is to send all of your drums to their own bus so you can control their volume by themselves. So what I do is I usually just take all the drums and send them to bus 1. So do that for every single part of the drum kit. Like that, and then we have that set up like that. And then once you're sending everything to that bus, go through every track and make sure none of them are hitting the ground. And if you want, you can say take all the hi-hats, I mean the snares, the claps, and all that stuff, and send that to their own bus. So you can send the kick to bus 2 and say kick, because you can have multiple kick tracks. Like you can have like filtered kicks and all this stuff, and if you want all the settings to apply to all the kicks, and you send them to all the same track. So then you take these and send them all to, say, bus 3, and this one bus 3 as well. This one bus 3. This one bus 3. And you name this just like something you remember, like snares. So that's all the claps and snares and all that stuff. And then this you send to bus 4 and say percussion. And then in your mixer, you take all of these, so you take the kick, the snare, and the percussion, take the output of those, and send that to 1. So now all of these settings will be sent to this bus, and then this one to the output, which is right there. So say on the snares, you want to put a little bit of a low pass on all of them. You don't have to do it to every single track. You only have to do it to that one track. So it's a great way of organizing all of your drums into one thing. And that's just right off the bat, that's what I do with pretty much every track. Or with every song that I have. So once I have a good drum beat, it's just everything else comes after that. So we can put a little bit of high end on it and put some some noise sweeps. So what I have is a default noise sweep setting, which sounds like this. I don't need the echo. So what I can do is to add a little bit of high end to the track and give it a little bit more, like, make it a little bit more interesting. And you can also pan stuff too to get a little bit more wide stereo field. Like, if you find that your drums are interesting enough to groove along to, the bass just makes it even better. So start out with a good set of drums and sort of like something that's interesting, and then we'll move on to the build, we'll move on to the bass and all that good stuff. So this is part 1 of the Dubstep Song from scratch in Logic Pro. I hope you like it. Make sure you comment down below with suggestions for where the track should go and all that good stuff. What do you like about the track so far, even though it's only in drums? Or suggestions of things I should add to the track. So I can take another episode, take your suggestions of things you want me to add, and I'll put those in there, as long as it fits in the song, that type of thing. So, yeah, I will catch you the next time I make part 2. And, like, I'll literally open the project as it is and just start working from here. It's my first time doing this, and I hope you guys really like it. But, yeah. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.